Well, Nashville's airport could become Trump International Airport. That's if a new bill becomes law. But as state capitol reporter Tori Gessner explains, there's a question whether or not the state even has the authority to rename the airport as a back and forth battle between Tennessee and Nashville continues.
If you know anything about Representative Todd Warner, you know he likes President Donald Trump. So much so, he has a cardboard cutout of him in his state capitol office. So it's no surprise Representative Warner filed a bill to rename the Nashville International Airport, currently named BNA for a World War I veteran, after President Trump. Writing in a statement, quote, as only the second president in U.S. history to be elected to non-consecutive terms, renaming Tennessee's largest airport to Trump International is a wonderful way to honor Donald Trump's legacy and the positive impact he's had on our nation. He's not the first lawmaker with the idea.
I think there's people in Congress looking to rename Dulles to Donald J. Trump Airport. I don't think you can have two airports named for you, right? I don't think that works. So I think we need to talk to Congress and see if that's the route that they want to go, and then we'll figure it out later.
And there could be even more turbulence in renaming BNA if the bill passes because of a lawsuit over whether the state or Nashville should have control of the airport.
While that's going through litigation, I think there's still a question as to who can rename the airport.
The legal battle stems from a state law that passed in 2023 that eliminated Metro's mayor-appointed airport authority and created a new board with members mainly appointed by the state. Nashville sued Tennessee over the law, arguing it violates home rule because it only impacts Nashville. A three-judge panel sided with the city in 2023, but the state is trying to appeal.
We've been very clear that that airport is a regional airport. There's state interest in that airport and significant investment on the part of every single Tennessean. And we've gone down that road to try to have more state investment and activity with the airport board and everything else, but all that's still wrapped up in litigation. So while that's in litigation, it's pretty tough for us to make that decision. But we'll see, like the speaker said, it'll go through committee. That'll be for that committee to make a determination on.
Reporting in Nashville, I'm Tori Gessner.
Now, when we asked BNA just how much it would cost to rename the airport, they made us file a public records request, which they have 7 business days to respond to. BNA did send us a statement that reads in part, our airport's brand and continued success has earned us a place among the fastest growing airports, attracting significant increases in both domestic and international air service. We have a bright future as the Nashville International Airport.